India, climate, vegetation and wildlife. India is a large-sized country. It has a variety of relief features. The vast size, varied relief features, latitudinal extent, proximity to the sea and the direction of monsoon winds are the important factors which affect the climate of India. Study at a glance. Climate of India. Seasonal distribution. Natural vegetation. Wildlife. Conservation of forests and wildlife. Climate of India. The climate of India is broadly monsoon climate. Monsoon has been derived from the Arabic word mawsam, which means seasons. India is located in the tropical zone. Hence, most of the rain is brought by monsoon winds. The climate of a place is affected by the following factors: location, altitude, distance from sea, relief. Hence, we experience regional differences in the climate of India. Jaisalmer and Bikaner in the Rajasthan desert are very hot. On the other hand, Kargil in Jammu and Kashmir is freezing cold due to difference in altitude and location. Places at the coast like Mumbai and Kolkata experience moderate climate. Mawsynram in Meghalaya receives the world's highest rainfall. On the other hand, it might not rain at all in Jaisalmer in Rajasthan in a particular year. The factors that influence the climate of India are the following: Tropic of Cancer, the Himalayas, peninsular shape of South India, relief. Tropic of Cancer. Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of the country, dividing it almost into two halves. Southern portion of India falls in the tropical zone, while northern portion in the subtropical or temperate zone. During summer, the entire country experiences high temperature. During winter, southern portion remains warm, moderate, while some parts of Himalayan region experiences temperature below freezing point. Hence, our country lies in tropical zone. The Himalayas. The Himalayas protect India from cold and chilly winds of the central India in winter. They cause the southwest winds to shed their moisture all over India and thus provide rains to us. Peninsular shape of South India. Due to peninsular shape of South India, Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea exert their moderating effect on the entire peninsula. Relief. Relief also plays an important role in the climate of India. High mountains are cooler than plains. Due to cool climate of hilly regions in India, several hill resorts have seasonal distribution. Broadly, 4 major seasons are recognized in India. They are cold weather season, winter, hot weather season, summer, southwest monsoon season, rainy, season of retreating monsoon. Cold weather season, winter. During the cold weather winter season, cool dry winds blow from the northwest to the southeast in north and northwest India and from northeast to southwest in the South India. Sun rays do not fall straight in the region north of the Tropic of Cancer. It results in the low temperatures in northern India. Hot weather season, summer. The northward movement of the sun from the equator leads to a rise in temperature in India. Hot and dry winds called Lu blow during the day. Temperatures are at their high. Southwest monsoon season or rainy season. This season is characterized by the onset and advance of monsoon. winds blow from the Indian Ocean towards the land. They are moisture-laden. When these winds are hindered by the high mountain barriers of the north, they ascend along their slopes, get condensed and cause rainfall all over the country. Season of retreating monsoons or autumn. Winds move and turn back from the mainland to the Indian Ocean. This season is called the season of retreating monsoons. Coastal areas of India, particularly Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh coasts, receive rainfall in this season. Natural vegetation. The term natural vegetation refers to the entire growth of plant life that grows naturally from the smallest grass to the tallest tree. Climatic conditions vary in India from place to place, region to region. Hence, India has a wide range of natural vegetation. They are tropical rain forests, tropical deciduous forests, thorny forest, mountain vegetation, and mangrove forests. Tropical rain forests. Tropical rain forests occur in the areas of heavy rainfall. They are dense and even sunlight does not reach the ground. Numerous species of trees are found in these forests. They shed their leaves at different times of the year. Hence, they always appear green and are also called evergreen forests. Mahogany, ebony, and rosewood are important trees. These forests are found in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, parts of the northeastern states, and a narrow strip of the western slope of the Western Ghats. Tropical deciduous forests. These forests are found in the areas of 80 to 200 centimeters of rainfall. The seasonal contrast of temperature and rainfall affect their growth. Teak, sal, shisham, neem and mango trees are the main species of trees grown here. Thorny forests. Thorn forests are found in dry areas of the country. Their leaves are in the form of spines to reduce loss of water. Cactus, khair, babool, kikar are their important trees. They are found in the states of Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, eastern slopes of Western Ghats and Gujarat. Mountain vegetation. A wide range of species is found on the mountains according to height. With increase in height up the mountains, temperature falls and rainfall decreases. Tropical deciduous forests. The tropical deciduous forests occur in the foothill region. They are economically very useful. Sal is the dominant species of trees in this region. Subtropical forests. Subtropical forests occur at a higher level, where oaks and chestnuts are the main species. Coniferous forests. The coniferous forests occur from the height of 1,500 meters to 3,300 meters. Pines, cedars, deodars and silver firs are the main trees of this region. Alpine forests. Alpine forests occur above the height of 3,300 meters. They mainly consist of firs, birches, junipers and pines, and above that shrubs and grasses up to the snow line. Mangrove forests. Mangrove forests thrive in saline water. They are found in Sundarbans in West Bengal and in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Sundari is a well-known species of trees of these forests. The delta of Ganga, Brahmaputra has been named Sundarbans after the Sundari trees. Wildlife. There are about 80,000 species of animals and large varieties of reptiles, amphibians, mammals, birds, insects, and worms. Tiger is our national animal. It is found in various parts of the country. Gir Forest in Gujarat is the home of lions. Elephants and one-horned rhinoceros live in the forests of Assam, Kerala, and Karnataka. Camels and wild asses are found in the Thar Desert and the Run of Kutch. Wild goats, snow leopards, lesser panda, bears inhabit the Himalayan region. Numerous other animals are found in our country, like monkey, wolf, jackal, cheetah, etc. India is rich in bird life. Peacock is our national bird. Other birds are parrots, pigeons, myna, goose, bulbul, and ducks. Crows, goose, vulture, and owl are major birds that are commonly found in our area. Deforestation and hunting have resulted in the disappearance of several species of wildlife of India. Many species have already become extinct. Birds found in our area are crow, sparrow, pigeon, parrot, quail, etc. Conservation of forests and wildlife. With the depletion of forest cover, our wildlife gets affected. Forests are the homes of wildlife, and the exploitation of it disturbs their habitats. Moreover, hunting of animals brought certain species on the verge of extinction. Certain animals and birds like the tiger, lion, Indian bustard, black buck, and rhinoceros have been declared as endangered species. Wildlife is an important asset for the country. Tourists are greatly attracted by the rich wildlife. Loss of forest and wildlife is a matter of great concern. Forests play an important role in maintaining the ecological balance. Steps for the conservation of wildlife. In order to protect wildlife, numerous national parks, sanctuaries, and biosphere reserves have been set up. A national park is a reserved area where wildlife are preserved in their natural setting. The purpose of a national park is to preserve natural vegetation, natural beauty, and natural wildlife. A sanctuary is a reserved area where endangered species are preserved and developed. The purpose of a sanctuary is to preserve endangered animals and birds. Hunting and poaching of wild animals have been banned. Globe, latitudes and longitudes. It is believed that the earth is spherical in shape. The most suitable way of representing the earth as a whole is by a globe. A globe is a model of the earth on a small size. The globe is mounted on an axis so that it can rotate freely. Study at a glance. Globe, latitudes, longitudes. Globe. Globe is the three-dimensional model of the earth, representing the true shape of the earth. On globes, countries, continents and oceans are shown in their correct shape. Distance and directions are also shown correctly on the globe. Positions on the globe. On the globe, a line passes right through the middle of the Earth. In reality, this line is imaginary and is known as the axis. The Earth rotates on its axis. The two ends of the axis are called poles, North Pole and South Pole. The poles are two fixed points on the globe. The axis is inclined at an angle of 66.5 degrees towards the east. Another imaginary line runs west to east. It divides the Earth into two equal parts. This imaginary line is known as the equator. The northern half of the Earth is known as Northern Hemisphere and the southern half is known as the Southern Hemisphere. Lines which join the North Pole and the South Pole and run in a north-south direction are called lines of longitudes or meridians. All the lines running parallel to the equator are called parallels of latitude. We can locate a place by intersecting the meridian and parallels of latitude of the place. Latitudes, angular distance from the equator on both sides, north and south, is called latitude. The lines of latitude are the imaginary circles running around the Earth parallel to the equator. The equator is the imaginary line which divides the Earth into two equal halves, North Pole and South Pole. The equator is numbered as 0 degrees and the pole as 90 degrees. From the equator to the North Pole, there are 90 latitudes. Characteristics of latitudes. All the latitudes are circles running parallel to the equator. The equator is the great circle and all the latitudes become smaller and smaller towards the poles. The pole or 90-degree latitude becomes a point. They run in east-west direction. They help in locating different objects on the ground. They help in understanding the climate of a place. Important latitudes and heat zones. Important latitudes. All the lines of latitudes are parallel to the equator. Hence, they are called parallels of latitudes. Equator is the longest parallel of latitudes. As we move away from the equator, the size of lines or circles of latitudes decrease. The important parallels of latitudes apart from the equator are Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, Arctic Circle, Antarctic Circle. Tropic of Cancer. It is the parallel of 23.5 degrees north in the Northern Hemisphere. Tropic of Capricorn. It is the parallel of 23.5 degrees south in the Southern Hemisphere. Arctic Circle. It lies at 66.5 degrees north of the equator. Antarctic Circle. It lies at 66.5 degrees south of the equator. Heat zones of the Earth. The important zones of the Earth are the following: torrid zone, temperate zone, frigid zone. Torrid zone. It is that part of the Earth which lies on both sides of the equator between the Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 degrees north, and the Tropic of Capricorn, 23.5 degrees south. Torrid zone is the hottest part of the Earth. This zone receives the maximum amount of heat throughout the year because the rays of the sun fall vertically on this zone. Temperate zone. The temperate zone lies in both the hemispheres. North temperate zone lies in the northern hemisphere between the Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle. South Temperate Zone lies in the southern hemisphere, between the Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle. The zones are neither too hot nor too cold. Frigid Zone. This zone lies around the North Pole within the Arctic Circle, 66.5 degrees north, and around the South Pole within the Antarctic Circle, 66.5 degrees south. Beyond the Arctic Circle and Antarctic Circle, temperatures are very low and the climate is very cold. This is due to the extreme slanting of the sun's rays. Frigid means cold. This is a very cold zone. Longitudes. Angular distance from the prime meridian is termed as longitude. Lines joining the North Pole and the South Pole are called the lines of longitude. They are also called meridian because noon occurs at the same time at places located on a line of longitude. Features of longitudes. Meridians are equal in length. All the longitudes converge at the poles. The longitude running through Greenwich near London was first chosen as the prime meridian. Prime meridian means chief or main meridian, having noon at the same time at all places on this line. Prime meridian is the 0-degree longitude. It divides the earth into eastern and western hemispheres. They are semicircles. Longitudes are 360 in all, 180 in the east and 180 in the west of prime meridian. 180 degrees east and 180 degrees west is one longitude. Longitudes help us in calculating time of various places on the earth. The distance between longitudes is maximum at the equator and it goes on decreasing towards the poles. Longitudes and time. Longitudes help us to calculate time. Time is measured by the movement of the earth. The earth moves on its axis from west to east. It is called rotation. It takes 24 hours for the earth to complete one rotation. This means in 24 hours the earth completes 360 degrees. Hence, it takes about 4 minutes for crossing 1 degree of longitude, or it takes 1 hour in crossing 15 degrees of longitude. Accordingly, the earth has been divided into 24 time zones of 1 hour each. This means each place has different time of sunrise and sunset. The earth moves from west to east. That is why the time will be ahead of Greenwich in the east and behind Greenwich in the west. Local time. Local time of a place is that time when the sun is exactly above that meridian. Thus, the time calculated by the position of the sun at noon of a given place is called the local mean time. All the places located on the same meridian, irrespective of their distances, will have the same local time. Places situated east or west of the meridian will have different local times. Standard time. Standard time is the local time of a particular meridian which is adopted for the whole of the country, and that meridian is called standard meridian. For India, the local time of 82.5 degree east longitude is known as standard meridian of India. The local time of this meridian is considered standard time for the whole country. Through an international agreement, the local time of all the places is linked to the Greenwich Mean Time (GMT) network of longitudes and latitudes. The lines of longitude and latitude form a network on the globe. The longitudes and latitudes intersect each other at right angles, forming a grid. This network is helpful in locating the different places on the map or globe. Summary. Globe is the three-dimensional model of the Earth, representing the true shape of the Earth. Latitudes are imaginary lines running in east-west direction. Longitudes are lines running in north. Major domains of the Earth. Our Earth has a unique distinction of being at a reasonable distance from the Sun. The Earth as such provides a suitable environment which is favorable for the origin and substance of all types of life: human life, plant life and animal life. Study at a glance. Major domains of the Earth: lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere, biosphere. Major domains of the Earth. The life zone on the Earth's surface is known as biosphere. Biosphere is dependent on lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. These are known as the domains of the Earth. The major domains of the Earth are lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere, biosphere. Lithosphere. The solid portion of the Earth is termed as lithosphere. It comprises of the rocks of Earth's crust. It also has a shallow layer of soil that contains nutrient elements necessary for all types of organisms. There are two main divisions of the Earth's surface. The large land masses are known as the continents. The ocean basins contain large water bodies. Continents and oceans differ from each other in their relative levels. Level of seawater remains the same everywhere. It is called sea level. The continents have an average depth of 3,500 meters in oceans. The highest point on continents is 8,848 meters in the form of Mount Everest in Nepal, while the deepest depth is 11,022 meters in the form of Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean. The continents. Landmass of large extent are called continents. There are 7 continents on the Earth. These are Asia, Africa, Europe, North America, South America, Australia, Antarctica. Asia. Asia is the largest continent. It covers about 1/3 of the local land area of the Earth. Asia lies in the Eastern Hemisphere. It is separated from Europe by Ural Mountain on the west. The combined landmass of Asia and Europe is called Eurasia. Africa. Africa is the second largest continent after Asia. Equator runs almost through the middle of this continent. The wider part of Africa lies in the northern hemisphere. It is the only continent which both the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn pass through. The continent is bound on all sides by oceans and seas. The largest hot desert of the world, the Sahara Desert, is situated in Africa. The world's longest river, Nile, flows through Africa. Europe. Europe is the second smallest continent. Water bodies bind it on 3 sides. The Atlantic Ocean lies on the western side, the Arctic Ocean on the northern side, and the Mediterranean Sea on the southern side. North America. North America is the third largest continent in the world. It is linked with South America by the Panama Isthmus. It lies completely in the northern and western hemisphere. Three oceans surround it. They are Pacific Ocean on the west, the Atlantic Ocean on the east, and the Arctic Ocean on the north. South America. South America lies mostly in the southern hemisphere. It is bounded by the Pacific Ocean on the west, by Atlantic Ocean on the east, and by Antarctic Ocean on the south. The world's longest mountain range, the Andes, runs through its full length. World's largest river, Amazon, flows through this continent. Australia. Australia is the smallest continent in the world. It lies in oceans. There are four major oceans in the world. They are the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Arctic Ocean. The Pacific Ocean. The largest ocean is the Pacific Ocean. This ocean is larger in area than the combined area of all continents. The Pacific Ocean is surrounded by North America and South America towards the east and Asia and Australia towards the west. The Atlantic Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean lies between North America and South America on the western side and Europe and Africa on the eastern side. The Atlantic Ocean has many shipping routes linking the ports on either side of the ocean. The Indian Ocean. The Indian Ocean is named after our country, indicating its locational importance at the head of the ocean. The northern part of the Indian Ocean is surrounded by Africa to the west, Asia to the north, and Australia to the east. The Arctic Ocean. The Arctic Ocean in the North Polar region is the smallest ocean. It is almost completely surrounded by land mass. The water remains frozen almost throughout the year. Major landforms. The landmass has different types of landforms. These are generally grouped into mountains, plateaus, plains. The mountains. A mountain is a huge landmass which rises above the general level of the surrounding areas. Mountains usually rise above the height of 900 meters from the surface of the earth. Several mountains merge together to form a chain or a range. The Himalayan range, the Alps and the Andes Mountains are some examples of mountains. Mountains are areas of dense vegetation which further provide homes for animals. Forests are rich reserves of timber. The plateaus, an extensive area of high elevation rising steeply from the surrounding lowland, is a plateau. Some plateaus have steep slope on one side only and gentler slopes on other sides. For example, the Deccan Plateau in India has a steep slope towards the west and a gentle slope towards the east. The Plateau of Tibet is the highest plateau. Plateaus are very rich in mineral deposits. Lava plateaus are rich farming areas as they are made up of fertile black soil. Plains, extensive lowlands with a relatively flat or level surface, are called plains. Plains which are located along the coast are called coastal plains. Most of the rivers in their lower courses. The northern plains of India are formed by such alluvial deposition by the Ganga and its tributaries. Atmosphere. The Earth is surrounded by an envelope of air. This is called atmosphere. The atmosphere is very dense near the surface of the Earth, and as we go above the surface, the atmosphere becomes thinner. The air has weight, and as such it exerts pressure on the Earth's surface. This push of the atmosphere on the Earth's surface is known as atmospheric pressure. Pressure varies from place to place. The difference in air pressure makes the air move. Moving air is known as wind. Atmosphere is composed mainly of nitrogen and oxygen. They both make up about 99% of clean, dry air. Nitrogen 78%, oxygen 21%. Other gases like carbon dioxide, argon and others comprise 1% by volume. Oxygen is the breath of life, while nitrogen helps in growth of living organisms. Carbon dioxide absorbs heat radiated by the Earth and keeps the surface of the Earth warm. The density of atmosphere varies with height. It is highest at sea level. It decreases rapidly with increase in height. The temperature extends up to a height of about 1,600 kilometers. The atmosphere is divided into 5 layers based on composition, temperature and other properties. They are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. Hydrosphere. The Greek word hydro means water. There are vast areas on the Earth's surface which are covered with water. Water covers 71% of the Earth's surface. The major water bodies like oceans, seas, lakes, ponds, etc. constitute hydrosphere. The Earth is called the blue planet because it is the only planet so far which has water. It looks blue from the sky because of water on it. Biosphere. Biosphere is the narrow zone of contact between land, water and air comprising all forms of life. There are several species of organism in the biosphere. They vary in size from microbes and bacteria to huge mammals. The organisms found in the biosphere are broadly divided into plant kingdom and animal kingdom. The 4 realms of the Earth interact with each other and affect one another in some way or the other. The biosphere has a huge variety of organisms. The organisms vary in size. The smallest grass to the tallest tree grows on it. Any change in the environmental conditions affects all forms of life. Animals and plants adapt themselves to the environmental conditions. The Earth provides a suitable environment for human beings to live. We grow our food from the land. The land also provides us with a variety of minerals. We build our shelter or houses on the surface of the Earth. Rivers and other water bodies provide water for our requirements. River water is also used for generation of hydroelectricity. Plants and animals provide us food and raw material for our industries. The rapid increase in population has resulted in the depletion of soil, minerals and forests. Forests have been cleared for settlement and cultivation. There are other human activities which have resulted in air and water pollution. thermal power plants and other factories emit smoke which pollutes rivers and lakes. In this way, our environment is being degraded by various human activities. Environmental degradation can be checked by taking suitable measures. They are: soil erosion has to be controlled, degradation of forests to be checked by planting more and more trees. Summary: the Earth has 4 major domains. The Earth in the solar system. As night falls, we can see thousands of twinkling objects in the sky. The sun and all these twinkling objects are called stars. We feel we are surrounded by the shining celestial bodies. We cannot count these celestial bodies with our naked eyes because they are several millions of kilometers away from us. Study at a glance. Solar system, our planet Earth, Moon, Earth's only companion. Solar system. Sol in Roman mythology is the sun god. Solar means related to the sun. The family of the sun is therefore called the solar system. The celestial bodies or heavenly bodies consisting of the sun, its planets, satellites, asteroids, meteoroids, and dust particles form the solar system. To understand in detail about stars and planets, we can trace out the difference between a star and a planet. Planet receives heat and light from the sun. Star has its own heat and light. Planet has a spherical body. Planets only reflect the light received from the sun. Star is a very big and hot ball of fire made of gases. The sun is also a star. Planets do not twinkle because they do not possess their own light. Stars give out huge flames. It radiates a great amount of heat and light. There are 8 major planets. Our Earth is also one of them. Stars are very far from us. Universe. Our Earth is a small planet in the solar system. There are many millions of stars like the sun, and some of these stars also have planets revolving around them. A cloud of gas and dust between 2 stars is called a nebula. Our sun and all its family members have evolved from nebular matter. Millions of stars like the sun are grouped together to be called a galaxy. The galaxy in which the sun is situated is called the Milky Way or Akash Ganga. The universe consists of millions of such galaxies. The star nearest to the sun is Proxima Centauri. It takes about 4 years for light to travel the distance between Proxima Centauri and the Earth. Constellation. In the night sky, the stars form various patterns and designs. A group of stars forming a particular pattern or design is called constellation. Saptarishi is one of such constellations. It is a group of 7 stars, that is 7 sages. The constellation Saptarishi is called Ursa Major in Latin and Big Bear in English. In the past, people used to determine directions by watching the stars. The North Star or the Pole Star indicated the north because the sun. The sun is at the center of the solar system. It is the head of the solar family. It is made up of extremely hot gases. Light travels at a speed of about 3 lakh kilometers per second. The sun provides the gravitational pull that binds the solar system. It is also a massive storehouse of energy. The energy is essential for life on the Earth. The sun is a star. Scientists believe that the sun has been formed from a moving cloud of gases, which is called nebula. Planets. Planets according to their distance from the Sun are the following: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. The planets are of varying sizes. Jupiter is the largest of all planets, revolving around the Sun in elliptical paths called orbits. Mercury. If you ask the question, which is the nearest planet to the Sun? It is Mercury, which is the nearest planet to the Sun. It takes only about 88 days to complete its revolution around the Sun. It has the shortest orbit. There is no trace of water and atmosphere around this planet, and hence life is not possible on this planet. Venus. When we talk about this planet, it is called Earth's twin. Why do we call this planet as Earth's twin? Its size, mass and density are similar to the Earth. That is why it is often known as Earth's twin. This planet is also known as the morning or evening star because Venus is visible in the sky in the early morning or immediately after sunset. Earth. We all are familiar with the planet Earth because it is the only planet where all forms of life sustains. Earth takes 365 days and 6 hours to complete one revolution around the Sun. We call this period year. It is the third planet in terms of distance from the Sun. Mars. We often hear about the planet Mars as red planet. Why do we call it a red planet? It is called red planet because of the red color of its soil. It is smaller than the Earth. It has volcanic craters. Mars also has polar ice caps. Jupiter. It is the largest planet of the solar system with 39 satellites. Its surface is made up of many gases like comets. These are heavenly bodies that revolve around the Sun. They have a head called coma and a long tail after them. They appear as beautiful shining bodies in the sky. Comets appear rarely as they have highly elongated orbits around the Sun. Halley's comet can be seen once in 76 years. Meteors. They are also known as shooting stars. They are small celestial bodies. When they reach the Earth's atmosphere, they get heated by friction and eventually burn themselves, causing a glow of light. They turn into fine dust before they fall onto the Earth. Meteorites. They are similar to meteors, but they are bigger in size. They do not burn completely, but some parts remain unburnt. The meteorites are attracted to the Earth, and when they fall on the Earth, they cause huge craters. Asteroids. They are small planetary bodies which revolve around the Sun in the big gap between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. They are also called planetoids. The largest asteroid is Ceres. Asteroids are parts of a planet which exploded many years back. Our planet Earth. Earth is located at an optimum distance from the Sun, so that it is neither too hot like Mercury nor too cold like Pluto. Extremes of temperature between day and night are reduced because of the presence of the atmosphere. There is abundance of water in solid, liquid and vapor state. Presence of oxygen in the atmosphere and water on the earth has enabled the evolution of various forms of life, plants, animals and human beings. Owing to the abundance of water, the planet appears blue from the space, and hence Earth got the name Blue Planet. Moon, Earth's only companion. Moon is the only satellite of the Earth. The diameter of the Moon is about 1/4 of that of the Earth. The Moon appears big compared to other heavenly bodies because of its relative closeness to the Earth. The Moon reflects light from the Sun. The Moon rotates on an axis and revolves around the Earth. It takes 27 days and 8 hours to complete one revolution around the Earth. The time taken to complete one rotation is also the same. Therefore, only one side of the Moon is always visible to us. There is no atmosphere or water on the Moon. The Moon's surface consists of irregular hills and basins. There is no soil either. Satellites. Satellites are those heavenly bodies which revolve around the planets and follow the planets in their movement around the Sun. They have no heat and light. Satellites reflect light from the Sun and appear as bright objects in the night sky. Space satellites are launched by various countries for meteorological information, telecommunication and disaster warning. The first Indian space satellite, Aryabhatta, was launched in 1975. Summary. Our planet Earth is a part of the solar system. It consists of the Sun and 8 planets. Asteroids are small planet-like bodies revolving around the Sun. Satellites revolve around the planets and have no heat or light of their own. Comets are heavenly bodies that revolve around the Sun. They have a head called coma and a long tail after them. Meteors are also known as shooting stars. They are small celestial bodies. Owing to the abundance of water, the planet Earth appears blue from the space and hence the name Blue Planet. The Moon is the only satellite of the Earth. The Moon reflects light from the Sun. Major landforms of the Earth. The crust of the Earth is made up of rocks. This crust is neither permanent nor stable. Due to the tectonic forces, the Earth's crust is continuously changing, but the change is very slow. Earthquakes and volcanic eruptions bring abrupt changes on the Earth's surface. All these changes on the Earth's crust give birth to different types of landforms. Study at a glance. Major landforms: mountains, plateaus, plains, oceans. Major landforms. The landmass has different types of landforms. These are generally grouped into mountains, plateaus, plains. Mountains. The mountains are the uplifted parts of the earth which have marked slopes and peaks. On the basis of their origin, the mountains are generally classified into 4 categories: the fold mountains, block mountains, volcanic mountains. Fold mountains. Mountains formed because of folding process of the strata are called fold mountains. The Himalayas and the Alps are young fold mountains. They have rugged relief and they have high conical hills. Aravalis in India are old fold mountains. They are worn down by the processes of erosion. Appalachians in North America and Urals in Russia have rounded features. They are low in elevation and they are very old fold mountains. Block mountains. When large areas are broken and displaced vertically, block mountains are created. The uplifted blocks are termed as horsts and the lowered blocks are named as graben. Rhine Valley, Rift Valley of Narmada and Tapi, Australian Plateau, Saudi Arabian landforms are examples of block mountains. Volcanic mountains. Whenever there is an eruption of volcano, the lava comes out and spreads around the volcanic pipe. With the passage of time, this lava solidifies and gives rise to a cone-shaped mountain called volcanic mountain. Kilimanjaro Mountains in Africa and Mount Fujiyama in Japan. Plateaus. Plateaus are flat-topped tableland with steep slopes on one or more sides. Height varies from a few hundred meters to several thousand meters. Plateaus may be young or old. Deccan Plateau of India, Western Plateau of Australia, the Plateau of Tibet, which is the highest plateau of the world, are some examples of plateaus. Usefulness of plateaus. Plateaus are rich in mineral resources or deposits. Numerous mining areas are located in the plateau areas. African Plateau is known for gold and diamond mining. Chota Nagpur Plateau in India is rich in iron ore, coal and manganese. Plateaus have several waterfalls, ideal sites for generation of hydroelectricity like Hunru Falls in Chota Nagpur Plateau on river Subarnarekha. Lava plateaus rich in black soil are ideal for cultivation. Some plateaus are known for scenic spots, and they are great attractions to tourists. Types of plateaus. On the basis of their geographical location and structure, the plateaus are of different types. They are Continental Plateau, Intermontane Plateau, Piedmont Plateau. Continental Plateau. The continental plateaus rise abruptly from the adjoining sea or lowlands. The Plateau of South Africa, Plateau of West Australia, the Chota Nagpur Plateau, and the Deccan Plateau are some examples of this type of plateau. Intermontane Plateau. These are plateaus which are formed in between the mountain ranges. The Bolivian Plateau and the Tibetan Plateau belong to this category. Piedmont Plateau. These plateaus develop at the foot of the mountain. Plains. Plains are large stretches of flat land not higher than 200 meters from mean sea level. Plains are mostly formed by river deposits. Plains are generally fertile. They are thickly populated. Plains have dense network of roads and railways. Agriculture is the main occupation of these people. Ganga-Brahmaputra Plains in India, Ganges Plains in China are some examples of plains. Types of plains. Some important types of plains are structural plains, erosional plains, depositional plains. Structural plains. These are plains which are formed by the upliftment of the sea floor around a continent. When a continental shelf is uplifted above the sea level, it becomes a plain. Erosional plains. These are plains which are formed due to the constant erosion of the high areas, that is, the hills and plateaus, etc. Due to gradual wearing out of the higher areas, they come down to the level of plains. They are not very smooth plains, but often undulated. They are also known as penne plains. West Siberian Plain is an example of this type of a plain. Depositional plains. These are the plains which are formed as a result of the deposition of material in the low-lying area. There are different agents which perform depositional work such as running water, wind and glacier, etc. A plain which is formed by the depositional work of running water is known as an alluvial plain. The Indus Plain, Ganga-Brahmaputra plains are the examples of alluvial plains. A plain which is formed by the depositional work of wind is called Loess Plains. Northwestern China is an example of this plain. Formation of plains. Rivers and their tributaries bring silt and deposit it in low-lying areas and form plains. River plains are thickly populated because of the following reasons. Plains are fertile. Agriculture is the main occupation of the people. It can sustain a large population easily. Means of transport are easy to be constructed. Plains are ideal for human habitation due to flat land. Oceans. There are huge reservoirs of water on the Earth's surface known as oceans. The ocean basins have the counterparts of almost all the major landforms such as mountains, ridges, plateaus, plains, etc. Some of the relief features of the ocean floor are continental shelf, continental slope, abyssal plain, ocean trench, submarine ridges, islands. Continental shelf. From the coast towards the open sea, there is a stretch of shallow sea. The depth of sea water goes on increasing away from the coast under the sea very gradually. This part of the ocean is called continental shelf. Continental slope. Beyond the continental shelf, there is an abrupt, steep slope under the sea till the floor of the ocean. This part of the ocean is called continental slope. Abyssal plain. Beyond the continental slope, there is an ocean bed which is not exactly plain but undulated. This undulating plain is called abyssal plain. Ocean trench. Ocean trenches are believed to be formed due to faulting on the ocean floor. These trenches are formed very deep on the ocean floor. They are often known as ocean deeps. The deepest trench is the Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean. Submarine ridges. These are like the mountain ranges rising above the ocean floors. They are long and narrow and generally remain submerged under the sea water. Islands. Due to constant deposition on the ocean floors, sometimes small land masses rise above the surface of the ocean water. They are called islands. They are formed due to coral deposition or volcanic deposition. Summary. Due to tectonic forces, the Earth's crust is continuously changing. These changes in the crust result in various landforms like continents, mountains, plateaus, etc. On the basis of their origin, the mountains are generally classified into three categories. They are fold mountains, block mountains, and volcanic mountains. Plateaus are flat-topped tableland with steep slopes on one or more sides. On the basis of geographical location of plateaus and structure, they are divided into different types: continental plateau, intermontane plateau, and Piedmont plateau. Plateaus are large stretches of flat land, not higher than 200 meters from mean sea level. There are three important types of plains. They are structural plains, erosional plains, and depositional plains. The ocean basins have the counterparts of almost all the major landforms such as mountains, ridges. Maps. The distribution of various phenomena or features on the Earth are usually represented on maps which show the whole world or a part of it. Study at a glance. Maps. Essential components of maps. Plan. Maps. A map is a representation of the whole Earth or a part of it on a flat sheet of paper in accordance with some scale and direction. The well-known geographer Ptolemy attempted to draw maps, and his influence lasted till the 16th century. All the maps are put together to make an atlas of maps of various sizes and drawn on different scales. They provide more information than a globe. Types of maps. Maps are of different types. They are physical maps, political maps, thematic maps. Physical maps. Physical maps show natural features of the Earth like mountains, plateau, plains, rivers, oceans, etc. Political maps. Political maps show different countries and states of the world with their boundaries. Example, political map of India. Thematic maps. Maps showing specific information are called thematic maps. Example, road maps, rainfall maps, forest distribution maps, industry maps, etc. There are two types of maps based on scale. They are small-scale maps, large-scale maps. Small-scale maps. When large areas are shown on a small map, it is called small-scale map. These maps give very limited information. The map of India is a small-scale map. Large-scale maps. When small areas are shown on a large map, it is called large-scale map. These maps give detailed information. The map of Delhi, shown on a large sheet of paper, is a large-scale map. Essential components of maps. The essential components of maps are the following: distance, direction, and symbol. Distance. Distance is measured with the help of a scale. A scale is the ratio between map distance and the ground distance. A scale may be shown on the map by a statement or by a graphical representation of a line divided and subdivided, or by a representative fraction, RF. For example, the distance between school and home of student is 10 kilometers. If he shows this 10-kilometer distance by 2 centimeter on a map, it means 1 centimeter on the map will show 5 kilometers on the ground. Thus, the scale will be 1 centimeter equals 5 kilometers. In this way, scale is very important in a map. Direction. Direction is known by the arrow marked with N on the map. It is also known by an instrument called compass. The top of the map on which the title of the map is written is always to the north, and the lower part of the map is to the south direction. The right-hand side is the east and the left-hand side is the west. The earth rotates around its axis and it has 2 poles. The 2 poles are fixed points. They are taken as north and south points. When you draw a line from north to south pole, then the right side of this line is east and the left side of this line is west. These 4 points are known as cardinal points. Sketch. A sketch is a drawing of an area or object mainly based on memory and not to the scale. Sometimes a rough drawing of an area is needed to know where a particular place is located with reference to other places. With the help of a rough sketch, we may find the location of the place. Such a rough drawing is drawn without scale. Symbols. It is impossible to draw actual shape and size of different features like buildings, roads, trees, railway lines, or a well on a map. So, we use various symbols to show these features. With the help of these symbols, we can draw maps and read them easily. Maps have a universal language, a language that can be read by all. An international agreement facilitates the use of these symbols. These symbols are called conventional symbols. Various colors in maps are also used for the same purpose. Uses of a map. Maps serve us not only as a tool to analyze and understand geography, but also for illustrating graphically. Maps guide us on the land, whether we travel on foot, by rail, or bus. Navigators need maps to steer their ships in the right direction. The air pilots on the planes require maps as a guidance to fly in the right direction. Town planners and army leaders also require maps for their operation. Plan. A plan is a drawing of a small area on a large scale. A large-scale map depicts much information. Sometimes we want to know the length and breadth of a room which can't be shown on a map. In such an event, we can refer drawings drawn on scale. It is known as a plan. Summary. Maps represent a part or whole of the earth on a flat sheet of paper. They are drawn to motions of the earth. It seems as if the sun rises in the morning from the eastern horizon, goes overhead, and then in the evening sets in the western horizon. In fact, this is not so. It is not the sun but the earth that moves. The sun is in the center and the earth goes around the sun. The earth has 2 important movements, rotation and revolution. Study at a glance. Rotation of the earth, revolution of the earth. Rotation of the Earth. The movement or motion of the Earth on its axis in 24 hours is defined as rotation. The axis of the Earth is an imaginary line joining the North Pole with the South Pole. It makes an angle of 66.5 degrees with its orbital plane. The Earth completes its rotation in 23 hours, 56 minutes and 4 seconds. The orbit of the Earth is elliptical. The seasonal changes occur due to the inclination of the Earth's axis. If the axis of the Earth was vertical, then there would have been equal duration of day and night, that is, a 12-hour day and a 12-hour night. Causation of day and night. The days and nights are caused due to the rotation of the Earth. The Earth receives light from the Sun. Because of its spherical shape, only half of it gets light from the Sun at a time. The portion facing the Sun experiences daytime, while the other portion away from the Sun experiences night. Revolution of the Earth. The Earth moves around the Sun on a fixed path, which is known as the orbit. The orbit of the Earth is elliptical, and the Earth completes its revolution in 1 year, 365 1/4 days. Throughout its revolution, the Earth remains inclined on its orbital plane at an angle of 66.5 degrees. Leap year. 6 hours saved every year are added up to 4 years. They become 24 hours or 1 additional day. It is added to the month of February. It is because of this that every 4th year, February has 1 more day, 29 days instead of 28 days. Such a year with 366 days is called a leap year. Cycle of seasons. How are seasons caused? The Earth revolves around the Sun on an elliptical orbit. Its axis is inclined in the same direction east on its orbit by 23.5 degrees. The revolution of the Earth and the inclination of the Earth's axis in a fixed direction cause seasons. A year is divided into 4 seasons. They are spring, summer, autumn and winter. Seasons change with the change in the position of the Earth around the Sun. Summer solstice. On 21st of June, the Sun's rays fall vertically on the Tropic of Cancer as the North Pole remains inclined towards the Sun and South Pole is away from it. There is summer season in the Northern Hemisphere and winter season in the Southern Hemisphere. In the Northern Hemisphere, it is the longest day and shortest night, while in the Southern Hemisphere, it is the shortest day and the longest night. This position of the Earth is called summer solstice. Winter solstice. On 22nd December, the Tropic of Capricorn receives direct rays of the Sun and the Southern Hemisphere tilts towards it. On this day, the Sun shines vertically on the Tropic of Capricorn, 23.5 degrees south. Hence, a larger portion of the Southern Hemisphere gets light. It is summer in the Southern Hemisphere with longer days and shorter nights. The opposite conditions are prevalent in the Northern Hemisphere. This position of the Earth is called winter solstice. Spring and autumn. Our country, India. India is a very vast and complex country. It is more than a country. It is a subcontinent. It covers a large area which is almost equal to Europe, excluding Russia. The diversity of Indian landscape is equalled by the variety of people, their languages and religions. Study at a glance. India, Physiographic divisions. India, our country. India belongs to Asia, the largest continent in the world. It is situated in the southern part of Asia. It covers an area of 3.28 million square kilometers. It stretches between 8°4' north and 37°6' north latitudes and 68°7' east and 97°25' east longitudes. The Tropic of Cancer divides India into almost 2 equal parts. India is the 7th largest country in the world. India enjoys a very favorable position in the Indian Ocean with reference to the world's major sea routes and air routes. India has oceanic contacts with Southwest Asia and Africa and also with Europe and North America through the Suez Canal route. To the east, India has direct links with Myanmar, Indonesia, Malaysia, Hong Kong, China, Japan and Australia. This encourages trade and cultural exchange with all countries. India is a union of 28 states and 6 union territories, while Delhi is the national capital. Physiographic divisions of India. India can be divided into the following physical regions, viz. the Himalayan mountain system, the Peninsula Plateau, the Great Northern Plains, the coastal plains, the island groups. The Himalayan mountain system. The Himalayan mountain system extends between river Indus on the northwest and river Brahmaputra on the east. Himalaya means the abode of snow. Himalayan mountains are divided into 3 main parallel ranges. The northernmost is the Great Himalayas or Himadri. The world's highest peaks like Mount Everest, Kanchenjunga, etc. are located in this range. Middle Himalayas or Himachal lies to the south of Himadri. Numerous popular hill stations are situated here. Mussoorie, Chakrata, Dharamshala, Kulu and Manali are important hill stations. The Shivaliks are the southernmost range of the Himalayas. It has several longitudinal valleys called duns. Dehradun, Kothari Dun, Patli Dun are some examples of these valleys. Beyond the Brahmaputra are the eastern offshoots of the Himalayas. They are called Purvanchal or the eastern hills. Their average elevation is around 3000 meters. They are known as Patkai and Naga hills in the north. In Meghalaya, they are known as Garo, Khasi and Giantia hills, while in the south they are known as Lushai and Mizo hills. The Karakoram mountain ranges lies in North Kashmir to the north of river Indus. It extends from Pamir Plateau in the north. The second highest peak in the world is located on the Karakoram range. It is known as Mount Godwin Austen or K2. The Peninsula Plateau. The Peninsula Plateau has a triangular shape and it covers nearly half the total land of India. This plateau is the oldest block of the country. Its relief is highly uneven. It has numerous hill ranges and valleys. Aravalli Hills is one of the oldest ranges of the world. It borders the plateau on the northwest side. The Vindhyas and the Satpuras are the other important ranges. Narmada and Tapi flow through these ranges. They are west-flowing rivers. They drain water into the Arabian Sea. The Western Ghats or Sahyadris border the plateau in the west and the Eastern Ghats from its eastern boundary. The Great Northern Plains. The northern Indian plains lie to the south of the Himalayas. They are generally plain and flat. Alluvial deposits laid down by the rivers have formed these plains. Ganga, Brahmaputra and their tributaries flow through these plains. They provide fertile land for cultivation. Hence, high density of population is found in the plains. Thar Desert lies in the western part of India. It is a dry, hot and sandy stretch of land. It has very little vegetation and very few people live in this desert. The coastal plains. To the west of the Western Ghats and to the east of the Eastern Ghats lie the coastal plains. The western coastal plains are very narrow. Narmada and Tapi, the only west-flowing rivers, drain this coastal plain. The eastern coastal plains are broad. Numerous east-flowing rivers like Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri drain water into the Bay of Bengal. They have formed fertile deltas at their mouth. The island groups. India has two major island groups, Lakshadweep Island Group and the Andaman and Nicobar Island Group. Lakshadweep Island Group is located in the Arabian Sea opposite of Kerala coast. This group of islands was formed due to the deposition of a microscopic species of coral polyps. This group of islands look like a horseshoe in shape and are called atolls. Andaman and Nicobar Island Group is located in the Bay of Bengal, close to Myanmar in the north and Indonesia in the south. Many islands of this group were formed due to volcanic eruptions. Summary. India has a diverse landscape. India may be roughly divided into 5 landscapes physically. The Himalayan mountains are divided into 3 main parallel ranges. They are Great Himalayas or Himadri, Middle Himalayas or Himachal, and the Shivaliks. The Peninsula Plateau has a triangular shape and it covers nearly half the total land of India. This plateau is the oldest block of the country.